apartment's dark except the street light through the blind. It cuts across the ceiling in a pattern I can find. At 3 a.m. when everything that held me has let go, and all I have is wanting you with nowhere left to go. I've counted all the reasons this is foolish and is wrong. I've written them and burned them, and I've hummed them like a song. But desire doesn't answer to the rational and clear. Desire only answers in the dark, and you are here. Into the darkness and admit what I have been carrying through every day, like that I should have said. Long since desire in the dark is the most honest thing I know. Desire in the dark is where the real nowhere left to hide. Nowhere left to hide. I won't call tonight. I know better than to call tonight. But the knowing and the doing are two different kinds of fight. And I am losing one of them in this dark apartment with the street light on the ceiling and your name inside my mouth. I am losing the one that says, be careful, be considered, be the man who doesn't reach. I am losing it to the one that says some things are worth the reaching, even when, especially when the reaching teaches everything you missed. Desire in the dark, I am done pretending otherwise. Desire in the dark is alive behind my eyes. And the morning can have its reason, and the daylight its control. But the desire in the dark is the truest part of me. Build my wall so high the sun forgot to come. I wore my armor even sleeping, even numb. I told myself that strong meant never letting go, that real men didn't bleed where other people know. But then you came with all your hurricane and light, and tore the whole constructed fortress overnight. And standing in the rubble of everything I'd made, I found the only real thing I had never said. I'm not as strong as I have led you to believe. I'm not the stone I made myself out to be. Beneath the silence and the stillness and the pride, he's just a man who's terrified inside. I'm brave enough to break, brave enough to show the cracks, brave enough to break, and not pretend I can hold back. All these years of keeping everything inside, I'm brave enough to love you, brave enough to try, brave enough to break for the first time in my life, brave enough to break. The night I almost called you from the parking lot, I sat there for an hour with what I almost got. The courage to admit that I was lost without the kind of love I never learned to live without. I drove home counted every feeling and its cost. You are allowed to break. You are allowed to feel. You are allowed to be completely human and completely constructed lie. I'm brave enough to love you, brave enough to cry, brave enough to stand here completely open wide, brave enough to break and find that breaking is the bravest thing of all my life. The bravest thing of all my life. Breaking and brave, breaking and brave. Finally free.
Didn't notice how you always hung while doing dishes in the evening sun. I didn't notice that you had a song for every ordinary thing you'd done. I didn't notice how you took your tea, 2 sugars and a little bit of me, always asking, should I make you one? Before I'd even thought of wanting some. I was always looking somewhere past the moment, always somewhere past the beautiful. And now the beautiful is gone, and I am left here with the list of everything I missed, of everything I was too full of life to feel. Before you were gone, I didn't know. Before you were gone, I didn't know good from bad. I only knew the habit, never learned the word. Before you were gone, I didn't know what love was worth. What love was worth. Footsteps knew our creaking floors. I didn't notice how you always knew when I was sad without me saying so. How you put on something warm and something good, and just be near me without need to show. The kind of love that doesn't make announcements, the kind that's just the air inside a room, the kind you breathe so deeply and so daily you forget that breathing keeps you from the tomb. Before you about you, every single thing about you. If I could have one ordinary Tuesday back, just one, I wouldn't waste it being somewhere else in my head. I'd sit across from you at breakfast, and I'd actually see your face. Not the idea of you, not the distracted half of me that was always somewhere else. I'd see the way the morning light hit your hair at 7:15. I'd memorize the way you held your cup, the way you read without your glasses, squinting at the page. I'd notice everything. I'd notice everything. I'd hold it all so carefully. And when the day was done, I'd say it out loud. Every single thing I noticed, every single thing I loved, before it had the chance to become. Before you were gone. Before you were gone, I should have said every word I carried left unsaid. I love the way you hummed, I love the way you stayed. Before you were gone, I should have been more awake, more present, more here, more yours. So much more yours. Before you were gone, I didn't know that ordinary moments are the ones that make a life, that make a life, that make a life worth living. Before you were gone, I didn't know how much I loved being yours. Yours, yours. Before you were gone, I was yours. I was always yours. The party's winding down and people start to leave. The room grows thin with coats and keys and things retrieved. And then across the empty ink and amber-lit expanse, I find you standing there, and suddenly there's nothing left to chance. Because some moments have a gravity all their own. Some eyes across the room can make you feel less alone than 20 years of being fine and managing and right. And I found that kind of moment in your eyes tonight.
like you had been expecting me to come there soon. Like this was something both of us had known before it happened, before either of us had even spoken. You said my name the way that names are meant to sound. Right moment of the exact right night, when everything inside them finally gets to be right. There's a midnight in your eyes, every star I'll never name. There's a midnight in your eyes, and I will never be the same. From this moment and this ember, from this rain and this room, there's a midnight in your eyes, and I am stepping in completely, willingly into you, into the midnight of you. I have been in rooms before, I have met eyes across the spaces, I have had the conversation that goes nowhere and erases. But this is different. This is the kind of different that you feel before you name it, that you know before you know it, that you fall before you fall in it. This is the kind of night that you remember when you're old, when you're trying to explain to someone young what love felt like the first time you tell them about a room and a party winding down and the rain and a pair of eyes that had midnight in them, and how you crossed the whole expanse of your entire life in 20 steps. There's a midnight in your eyes that I have fallen into whole. There's a midnight in your eyes that is now a part of my soul. Every room I'm in from now on will be measured by this one. There's a midnight in your eyes, and I am undone, completely, gratefully, beautifully undone. By the midnight in your eyes, by you, by you, by you. The party's winding down and people start to leave. The room grows thin with coats and keys and things retrieved. And then across the emptying and amber-lit expanse, I find you standing.
fell into the place where broken lovers dwell. But even in the wreckage, even in the dark, I still feel the burning of your mark. Some fires don't go out, they just burn lower. Some loves don't let go, they just grow colder. Never gone. There's a fire in the rain that nobody else can see. A fire in the rain that you left burning in me. Thunder takes the sky, but it can't take what's true. There's a fire in the rain, and it's all because of you. I drove past where we used to go, that corner bar with lights down low. The jukebox playing something slow and sad and right, the way it always did on Friday night. The barman poured without me asking. He remembered what I'm always having. 2 drinks in and I can almost hear your voice cutting through the noise like it's a choice. But even strangers in a crowded room can feel a man still haunted by a wound. So I raise my glass to everything we had, to every good and every beautiful and bad. There's a fire in the rain that nobody else can see. A fire in the rain that you left burning in me. Thunder takes the sky, but it can't take what's true. There's a fire in the rain, and it's all because of you. I've been told that time will wash it clean, that eventually the heart forgets what feelings mean. But time's a liar, dressed in calendar pages, and this heart's been burning through the ages. I'm not looking for a cure tonight, I'm not looking for a reason or a fight. I'm just standing in the rain outside your window, letting all this fire have its say. Because some loves deserve to burn forever. Some pain's a proof that something was worth having, and I would rather burn than never feel this way. There's a fire in the rain, don't try to put it out. A fire in the rain is what real love's about. Lightning splits the sky, 1,000 chances at the table. I had 1,000 mornings side by side, but I was always either too distracted or too proud to let you see me from inside. I'd start the sentence, then I'd lose my nerve. I'd feel the words and then I'd watch them curve back into silence where they always went. A million unsaid things, a man unspent. And now the table's set for one at dinner, and now the morning comes for only me. And everything I kept inside for safety is the very thing destroying what I breathe. Everything I didn't say is louder than the things I did. Everything I didn't say is living where our love still lives. Every I love you I swallowed, every thank you held back. Everything I didn't say is the only thing I want back. The only thing I want back. I didn't say you were my favorite sound, the humming in the kitchen making rounds. I didn't say that watching you read books was better than the finest thing that life had looked. I didn't say that when you touched my hand in public I felt like the luckiest man on earth in history in all of time. I didn't say it and I should have said it every time. I had the words right here inside my chest. I had them polished, had them at their best. And every night I think tomorrow I will say it. And every morning I forget to make the promise real. Everything I didn't say is haunting every room I'm in. Everything I didn't say is the loudest kind of sin. Every moment I was present, but not really there. Everything I didn't say is the weight I'll always wear. The weight I'll always wear. If you can hear me somehow, from wherever love goes, when it leaves, I want you to know all the things I kept. You were the best part of the life I lived. You were the answer to a question I was too afraid to ask. You made ordinary Tuesday mornings feel like something sacred, and I was too busy being somewhere in my head to tell you that I am telling you now. Across whatever distance this is, across whatever silence sits between us now, you were everything, and I should have said it every single day. I should have said it every single day. I'm standing at the crossroads of the life I had, and the life I'm supposed to want by now. One road leads back to everything we shared. One road leads away, I don't know how. To choose between the gravity of memory and the open sky of something new. So I've been standing halfway in the darkness, halfway in the morning, halfway between me and you. The birds have started singing and the stars are going home. The world is waking up around a man who stands alone. Halfway between the leaving and the long way back, halfway on a road that has no map. I'm halfway home, but I don't know which home I mean. Halfway home, in the space between what was and what could be, between your arms and something free. I'm halfway home and nowhere in between. I called you from a payphone in a town I didn't know. 3 rings and then I hung up. Couldn't let you know that I was that close and still that far away, that I had 100 things I couldn't say. Like how I missed the way you burned the toast, and how you laughed about it with the most unguarded joy I've ever seen a person wear. God, I miss that laugh. I miss that laugh beyond repair. And now I'm in this diner at a corner table small, watching strangers live their lives inside these walls. And every couple here looks like we used to be, before the halfway swallowed all of me. I'm halfway home, but I don't know which home I mean. Halfway home, in the space between the voice and all this silence, your warmth and all this cold. I'm halfway home, but halfway's getting old. Getting old. What does home mean when the place you built it doesn't hold you anymore? What does moving on mean when every step you take forward feels like closing one more door on something that deserves to stay open, that deserved to be more? here. Now I'm here. I'm finally here. I'm finally home. 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 It was always you. Always. Walk through desert heat and mountain cold. I've seen the places where the young grow old. I've chased the sunset to the other side and found that every sunset leads to you inside. You photograph us crossed 1,000 miles inside my jacket next to every trial. A worn and faded corner creased with time. The only map I've needed, you are mine. They said the distance was too great to cross. They said some loves can carry all that cost. They measured everything in miles and years, and I just smiled and wiped away their tears, because they never felt what I have felt. They never held a hand that made me melt. They never had a reason like you give to do the impossible and live. I would cross the world for you, through every storm and ocean wide. I would cross the world for you, through every dark and mountain high. There is no road too long, no sea too wide to swim. I would cross the world, I would burn it down and cross the world again and again for you. The telephone would ring at 3 a.m. Your voice so small across the miles, and then I'd lay there listening to you breathe and know that home was just a voice, and that's enough to go. I've slept in stations, terminals, and cars, beneath 100 different sets of stars. But every ceiling that I've stared up through had your name written in the dark where no one knew. The world said find someone a little closer. The world said love should be more practical. But practical is what you choose when you don't know yet what it means to feel this
just space between two hearts, and hearts were made for crossing every distance kept apart. Time is just a number, just the turning of a page, and love is not diminished by the turning of an age. So call me from wherever you have landed, call me from the edges of the earth. I'll be in my car, and I'll be driving to wherever you are. That's what you are worth. That's what you're worth to me. Every mile, every year, every sacrifice, every tear, every border, every sea. You are worth everything. I would cross the world for you. I'd cross it twice if once wasn't enough. I would cross the world for you. Through every beautiful and rough. Oh, there is no force on earth, no time, no wall that keeps me from you. Nothing keeps me from you. Nothing at all. I would cross the world. I would cross the world. I would cross the whole world. The whole world for you. Always. I've walked through desert heat and mountain cold. I've seen the places where the young go old. I've chased the sunset to the other side, and found that every sunset leads to you inside. Your photograph has crossed 1,000 miles inside my jacket next to every trial.
The last train's pulling out beneath the city lights. I'm standing at the platform, holding on to fight against the tide of everything that says let go, against the voice inside that says you have to know. When something's over, it is over and it's done. But every nerve inside me screams you are the one I build my every waking dream around, the one whose absence is the loudest kind of sound. I know what all the reasonable voices say,
the one where I'm mature and say it's fine. But standing here I can't remember words that sound more hollow than the truth I've heard. 'Cause you were every summer I have known, that you were every place that felt like home, that somewhere in the years between us both I stopped being a man and became yours. And now you're standing at the edge of going, and I am standing at the edge of gone. And somewhere in the middle of this ending, I'm trying to remember how to be strong. But strong is overrated in the darkness, and pride is just a word meant safe for fear. So I'm laying down the armor and the distance and saying everything while you're still here. Hold on to the night, don't let the morning take you yet. Hold on to the night, too beautiful to just forget. Every star above us, every breath we share. Hold on to the night, like love was never meant to fade, like hearts were never meant to break. Hold on, hold on to the night. Maybe love is not about the holding, maybe love is not about the staying, maybe love is standing in the last light and giving everything away. Everything you kept, everything you saved, everything you carried to this moment. Lay it down, lay it all down. Here at the edge of everything we made, because the night won't last, and we both know it. Because the morning comes for every soul, but what we did here in this darkness was the bravest and most beautiful we'll ever know. Hold on to the night, let it last a little more. Hold on to the night, that's what these nights are for. Every broken hallelujah, every tear that falls like rain. Hold on to the night, because the morning always comes, but nothing takes away what the night has done. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on to the night. Hold on to the night, the night, the night, oh, the night, the night.
The house is dark except for one small flame. I set it in the window just in case you came. The neighbors probably think I've lost my mind. A grown man burning candles for someone behind. I made your favorite coffee, let it cool. I'm not sure when I stopped being rational, but rational was never what we were. Two people burning bright and burning hard. The midnight comes and goes without a sound. The candle keeps on burning, burning down. And I keep watching shadows you. It only burns for you. It always will.